The Jeffrey Epstein client list was supposed to expose everything, until today when we found out it doesn't exist. And now some are asking, was Attorney General Pam Bondi lying then or now? In a memo released this week, the DOJ and FBI say they've reviewed all relevant case materials and found no document resembling a so-called client list, which led Fox News' Peter Doocy to ask Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt what everyone is thinking now. Quote, "So what happened to the Epstein client list that the Attorney General said she had on her desk?" In response, Leavitt stated the Attorney General was referencing all the materials related to Epstein's crimes, not just a particular list, leaving one Thread user to note, "So Leavitt spoke for Bondi, leaving Bondi having to corroborate that version." Meanwhile, others see it as backtracking because Leavitt's explanation doesn't exactly match what Pam Bondi herself said on Fox News just a few months ago. But Doocy reminded the press secretary what Bondi first stated on their own network, "It's sitting on my desk right now to review." That statement was in response to anchor John Roberts, who had asked, DOJ may be releasing a list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen? So where did the idea of a client list even come from? The phrase wasn't born from just conspiracy. Over the years, journalists, survivors, and even prosecutors reportedly referenced a potential list of high-powered names who were supposed to be clients or associates that allegedly benefited from Epstein's trafficking ring. And the list was rumored to live somewhere within Epstein's infamous black book, flight logs, or sealed depositions. And many believed it would be used to identify co-conspirators and possibly bring new charges. That belief only grew when figures like Bondi publicly acknowledged having access to those files. And in February, reports stated that binders marked the Epstein Files Phase 1 and declassified were handed out to political influencers. But the release didn't go over well as the binders mostly contained documents that were already publicly available. Now, with no evidence of a list even existing and the conclusion that Epstein died by suicide due to video evidence of being locked in his cell from 10:40 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. the next morning, the memo states, "It is the determination of the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigation that no further disclosure would be appropriate or warranted. This means releasing any additional information is either unnecessary, potentially harmful, or legally not allowed." Which leaves us here, with a press briefing that raised more questions than answers, and a so-called client list that may have never existed at all. But what's your take? Share your thoughts below and follow us everywhere at What's Trending.